Starting. I think we might be live.
I think we're live.
Let me hit.
Dude, you did it.
We did it. That was so easy.
Flawless.
So easy. Welcome to the ShaneTrain. This is the Back from India episode. And
I mean,
we bring a little life to this.
There's
Fireball.
just so many things going on.
We're not getting paid yet.
Dude,
Soon. They're coming.
You gotta block out like...
I'm not going to say what we're drinking. Rhymes with schmarshmal.
We're never going to get sponsored if you do free, like...
Oh, let's tell them why we're not like crazy enthusiastic right at the moment. We tried to go live and do this a week ago. No.
Oh,
it's been weeks.
Yeah.
And we had been dimming these crazy cool lights, and you're not supposed to dim them apparently. The bulbs were cool to be dimmed, but the unit was a no-no, and so it fried. We came up here with all of our drinks and ice.
Man, we were ready.
Yeah, we were stoked and ready to record India. Had all the stuff, and then
we did all our homework.
Yeah, I think the chandelier was like, and just gone. Fuck.
And it was just the worst timing.
No, it was like finishing a marathon, getting kicked in the stomach, and then they're like, it's actually a mile farther. So we're here. Let's cheers to making it.
Listen, if it didn't happen that way, though, it wouldn't be us.
Yeah. We only Gambay on the ShaneTrain.
Gambay.
Get your Gambay shirt. I saw Mason wearing one yesterday.
I wear it all the time.
It's dope. I wear the 5-Shot Friday.
It's buttery soft. Fits like nothing.
Oh, we make so much profit because of that fit and texture.
Yeah. It makes me look skinny, so.
I think our cost is like 28. We sell it for 30. Anyway.
Yeah.
Gambay. Fits right. Feels so good when it hits your lips.
Is there any like secret information you want to let them know about like cost?
No, there's no secret information. Actually,
okay.
Everything's secret about our cost. So let's just be upfront. We're a little in the red. We have not made any money doing this.
I mean, it took us a year to figure out which one was red and which one was black. So
we're not doing good. Whatever color that is.
That is not a good sign.
And we put a bunch of products up. The products are right, and we don't care about profit here. It's about the art.
I mean, if we cared, we would be in trouble.
If this is to feed our families, we'd have starving dead families.
I wouldn't have a family.
Sorry, family.
Yeah. I mean, there have just been a lot of struggles. And when we first talked about going video, it seemed simple enough, right? Like, that was my general feeling.
Yeah.
It seemed simple enough. Just get some cameras and get a computer and...
Seems really simple.
But then you get into it, and, like, I've had a few moments where I was just like, oh, shit. I don't know what I'm doing.
Totally. And, like, yeah, it seems simple. Oh, yeah, and we just need furniture. And, we just need the podcast equipment to talk to the computer.
Yeah.
We just need... Oh, the USB needs to be cranked up a little. Oh, the shots. Yeah. Oh, Jesus.
And then you need this 1/4 inch to go into this 1/8 inch to convert into this hex Q connector that powers down the audio into the laptop.
Through the hydrocoptic Marsal vein.
And I'm just proud that we're streaming live on the internet.
We made it.
We did it.
Oh, this is my funky adapter.
Oh, yeah. One more thing on the list.
Sweet. One more broken deal. What do you guys think of the set?
I think it looks great.
I think it looks fucking awesome.
Yeah.
And actually, because the chandelier broke, we had to rehang it, and now we have more length, so the lights drop and kind of surround us. It's cool.
Yeah, I think it looks great.
Yeah, I think we did good. Should we dive into India?
Yeah, let's talk about it.
All right. I went to India, kind of like a business retreat, kind of soul-searching retreat. The guy who is a good friend of mine named Philip McKernan, he puts on masterminds, board groups, retreats, travel, personal work. Anyway, he made an adventure to India, and it was the first time he had done this. And we landed in New Delhi. There was like 12 of us. Monique went too, my sister. Mm-hmm. And we landed in Delhi. I think we spent a few days there. It's all kind of a blur. It was so adventurous and crazy. And then we flew to some random city up near the Himalayas, town more. And then we drove over a stretch of the Himalayas that's only open 8 weeks a year.
Really?
Yeah, because it's just so gnarly and high and snowy and crazy. Mm. And then we finished with, I think we spent a couple days in a really cool place. I don't even remember the name, which is super helpful. And then we went back to Delhi and came home.
Wow.
That's just the general itinerary.
So let me just recap.
Yeah.
You went to you think was India. You don't know any of the
I'm pretty
places.
sure.
It was all a blur,
Yeah.
and you came home.
Yeah. But oh, what an adventure.
What an adventure.
And I think I learned a lot about Indian culture because I'm so well traveled
Okay.
and I'm so well versed in Indian culture.
There are a
So
lot of angles to go from here, but I want you to lead
take
us.
the friendly one.
I Okay, so let's start with the cuisine. How do you do with like Indian food or like spice heavy?
I did so good.
Did you?
Yeah, it's so easy. You pretty much only eat chicken, rice, and naan.
I was gonna ask about the meat,
Yeah,
like the
chicken.
protein. It's chicken.
Definitely not cow. You know about that.
Yeah,
They don't.
but lamb though.
Yeah, they do a lot of lamb. They don't do cows. So if you're not familiar with India, cows are sacred.
Mhm.
I don't know if that's Buddhism or just India in general.
Okay.
But cows are sacred, and they're walking around the city. Everywhere you go, they're walking around, and no one's fucking with the cows at all. They'll sleep in the road. They'll sleep in the parks. They'll sleep wherever, and no one does a thing.
Really?
Yeah, 'cause they're like a holy, amazing animal.
Okay.
Yeah,
So no cow,
no cow.
no hamburgers.
No. But what was funny is there was like McDonald's ads with like chicken burgers.
Really?
Yeah. And
Did
it
you
was like,
try one?
we did go to McDonald's, and we got.
Jeez.
This is great. Keep going. But we went to McDonald's, and no, we went and learned Indian dancing,
Mhm.
and they brought back a big bag of McDonald's, and I actually felt safe when I saw that, 'cause like you have to be somewhat what not concerned. Yeah, just somewhat concerned about the food, like the quality of food.
Yeah.
You can't just eat street food. But when the McDonald's bag came back, I was like, oh sweet, I trust this. Like, what's in it?
Yeah.
And there's all these little wrapped. They were like little Indian breakfast burritos, but they had
Oh,
like
okay.
a mush and mix of chicken and
Ooh.
spices and veggies.
And
And it was pretty bomb. I actually liked it a lot. It was a deep fried. I mean, it was like what are those Mexican deep fried tacos? You would know.
a
Come on.
deep fried taco?
Yeah, it's like a chincarne or chalupa or
Okay.
anyway.
Well, yeah.
Anyway,
Why would I know? First of all,
'cause you're a connoisseur of food.
a deep fried taco?
Yeah, it's chimichanga.
Oh, okay.
It was like an Indian chimichanga.
With mush in it.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so it was a bomb.
So
So yeah, I did
it
try.
was?
I tried McDonald's in India. I don't know what
Alright.
accent that was. Oh, 'cause in Australia they call it Macca's.
Macca's?
Yeah, in
Oh
Au-
yeah, you lived in India or Australia.
visited for
Yeah,
a couple months. But they yeah, in Australia they call it Macca's. And in
Hmm.
India I think they just call it McDonald's. Is my best guess.
If you haven't offended any cultures.
Now's my chance.
No.
No.
Okay, so you saw the golden arches and you're like, oh, familiarity,
Yeah, and I was like, "Where's the beef?" But
and they laughed and beat you up.
yeah, the fries were good. I think I had fries.
But okay,
It's all very
did the
blurry.
fries taste the same as America? 'Cause I know like when we get Indian food here, it doesn't
Yeah.
taste like Indian.
I think I had it in the airport.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had. We also had like Starbucks. By the way, tastes the fucking same everywhere.
Yeah.
Tastes the same in India. Tastes the same in Australia. Tastes the same in China.
So is that the key to success?
I think so. If you're gonna be an
Consistency.
international company, deliver the same fucking product. Me and Sean. So, Sean, my brother, we went to China for float tank stuff, and we were next to a Starbucks. We ate 3 meals a day at Starbucks, bro. Especially, Sean.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
He
would-
brought a jar of peanut butter 'cause he was so scared.
for survival. Yeah.
Oh my god.
And then as soon as he knew there was a Starbucks, that's all we did. He's like, "Can I get fucking a latte, a crumb cake, fucking
oh, dude.
breakfast sandwich?"
Just destroyed the menu.
Yeah. But India food
Okay, so
is easy.
you're a curry fan.
Yeah.
Okay.
Steph and the place.
No,
Steph
just
and
the place,
the spice.
the food.
Yeah, Steph and the food.
I heard that curry doesn't like curry just means a blend of spices in a sauce with rice.
Oh, I curry everything I eat then.
Like it's a general term. Like they don't know where curry started. Like most Middle East countries have a curry, and they don't know where it originated from. Like it's like a
Question
casserole.
for you. Have you had curry in a hurry on State Street?
I haven't.
I haven't either. I just like the name.
That's a great name, but I haven't eaten there. It's
Okay.
not good enough for me to eat.
Oh, you're not too good for curry in a hurry.
But the thing is like with that kind of food, I feel like everyone has their spots, and that's your spot.
You want to know what's hard about Indian food?
Hmm.
You just fucking can't escape it. Like everywhere we went, it was the same food.
Really?
Yeah. So it wasn't that Indian food was bad. It's that after like 9 days,
Oh,
you're like, give me fucking anything
I see.
but chicken, rice, and naan. And I like chicken, rice, and naan.
Oh, chicken rice and naan is so good.
Oh God, they eat with their hands.
Oh yeah.
Yes, so hands are just utensils.
What do you shake with your left, or do you eat with your
Wipe
left?
with your left, shake with your right.
Oh, I would have been in trouble then.
You'd been
See,
shaking
I would
everyone's
have
shit
just
hand.
been
Or
shaking and shitting in my same hand.
you would have probably gotten past that. You're like, this doesn't make sense. What do I do with my other hand?
I don't know what to do with my right hand.
Yes, you shake with your right, wipe with your left, and I think there's a handful of people who do wipe with their left in India. It didn't
Yeah,
seem
what
that
if you're
crazy.
does it depend on like your dominant hand?
Woo. I
Woo,
bet it's cultural right or left.
probably,
But
right?
you just shake right and wipe left. Even if it's like you may or may not wipe with your dominant hand.
Have you ever tried to shake someone's hand with your left hand, like your non-dominant hand?
No, but I do awkward shakes every day.
It can be awkward.
Like, you ever shake with people like you don't fully connect,
Oh
or
yeah.
they like hyper squeeze you, or they're like a mush, like delicate
I was
hand?
gonna say, or you think they're gonna be like squish your hand and they're like so delicate.
Yeah.
You're too rough.
I have a problem with handshaking in general, or like hand hand what?
Etiquette.
Hand etiquette.
Here's the thing: the most awkward situation is the semi-friend
Yeah.
that you're like, "Hey, what's up, man?" And
Just
you
did
don't
that.
know if you're going
Just
in
did
for
that
the
at Mid City.
you don't know if you're going for the back pat or the bump or like the you know what I mean,
Co-
the dap it up, or you don't know.
so Cody came in at Mid City. He came up to the table. So what's up? And he went for the shake, and he's above me. So I went for the like
Oh.
hand grasp shake.
And you guys just held hands.
And then we held hands for a second. Then we like shook it like yeah. And then we like bumped and then like faded.
oh, that's great.
I do those. No, I used to do more of that, and now I show people where I'm going.
Yeah,
I'm
you
like
just
bump.
if you bump, if you do this, then
Yeah.
they know.
I just go and then they go this or this.
Have you ever had someone grab your
Stick shift?
hello?
Yeah, I tell people
Stick shift.
whenever they grab my fist, I'm like shift the stick, bruh, and they're like.
See, that'll leave some of the awkwardness.
There's a general dysfunction in American society of we don't know how to hand do stuff.
We have too many handshakes.
Well, like so let's just say we're in business. It's a shake for sure.
Yeah.
But let's say it's a business in Zen, okay? Let's say it's a business in Zen in a podcast, or let's say
Yeah.
it's a business eating lunch at a bar.
Right.
It just gets blurry, and you end up throwing limp, shitty
Yeah.
unknowns.
And there's also the you throw in the factor of like the opposite gender, and now you're in a
Oh,
whole
you're
different ball game.
fucked.
You don't know if it's the bump or the handshake, just the generic shake your hand, or the dap it up, or
See,
the
so
hug,
you feel
or
this,
what
right?
do you do?
I have gone hard rock.
Yeah, always even with like.
I show him the rock. So
Oh.
I regretted not rocking Cody. He came with the hand. I should have shown him the rock.
You should have shown him your rock.
He
right
went
away.
paper. I should have gone rock, bro.
Oh man, you fucked up.
Bro.
But
Because you can change someone over.
it's honestly on them though.
He
Like,
went
you
with an
can't-
open hand.
You can't come like this. How does anybody know what you're doing when you're doing this?
I don't know.
It could be like the reach around. It could be like the G'd
Show
up.
the reach around.
It could be the reach around.
Oh, the reach around's common.
You know what I mean? It's like
It's like you come in and you're, how close are we?
yeah.
This close.
But the reach around will alleviate the awkwardness. Like if you don't know what to do, you just pull them in, bro. Pat them on the back.
That happens way too often. Even in business, I'm like, we're really close and we shake, and then we're still merging towards each other, and it's like, fuck it.
All right, we're going in. So it's great. It's fine.
Okay, so it's, your belief is it's working?
No, my belief is there are too many options. There
Okay.
are too many variables.
So it's not necessarily working.
It's not working.
Okay.
We need to simplify the variety
I
of
think
handshakes.
you show what you're going with.
I think we need to come up with a general handbook,
Uh-huh.
and we need to give it to every citizen.
Hey, I have a pressing question for you.
Yeah.
Are there cultural handbooks on this stuff? Because I've noticed other cultures handle this stuff really well.
Well, there's a lot of culture in this room right now, so I'm gonna go ahead and say we should maybe ask other people.
Okay. But I have noticed in general, I don't know how to how to throw good handshakes.
Oh, you don't?
Uh-uh.
I know a few. Mostly, yeah. I know a few, but I'm cultured, so you know.
So
I know a few.
what about the Snoop League? You've seen that, right?
The Snoop League.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they come in, what do they do something and then they throw something down.
Yeah, I can do it.
Huh?
Oh, I don't know about that one. It's just like this. Let me see your hand.
No,
You
come-
just go like this.
come in.
You go like this. No, you see, you're too rigid, dude. You gotta have some flair with it. You know what I'm saying? You gotta like go up and down a little bit. That's just the general like, the cool one.
All right.
This, not good.
So white is the handshake and the uncomfortable pat pat.
Oh man, you're still holding hands underneath and your hips are touching.
That happens a lot.
It's like no. Why do I feel like we're in a Seinfeld episode?
Because we are.
All right, let's Gambe.
Here is to Gambe.
Is there an awkward
What's
like,
Gambe to Gambe?
toast?
No. I never fucked this up.
Yeah, you're good at that.
No. Like maybe because I practice.
Yeah, sure.
All the time.
All right, Gambe.
If you only listen to this podcast, I'm a raging alcoholic. Fireball. Ignite the night. I had it zoomed in on me, so that everyone's going to see me, like, shoot and then, like, double take.
That's great, dude.
Well, there it is. So
Okay.
there's a delay, so we're watching the actual video.
Oh, oh, you look rough.
So rough.
Struggled to get that one
Oh,
out.
good. Yeah, dude, we set up a good studio.
Yeah.
Proud of
We
us.
need better internet, but other than that.
Internet. All right, back to India.
Okay, sorry. Before we move on, though, what was the Indian handshake? I don't know if I'm assuming that's how we got there.
Maybe.
Or
Great question,
If we
though.
didn't.
Great question. All I did was shake hands.
Okay.
Hello, welcome to my country.
Oh my God, dude.
What? That's what I did every country I've
Just
been in
do
is welcome to
your
my country.
Don't just say your voice.
Oh,
Don't go,
welcome to my country.
hey, bro.
Hello,
Damn, dude. And the most mousy, just like little.
Hello, welcome
Hello.
to my country.
Hello,
Hello, welcome to my country. I got these down, bro.
dude. Okay, so it was just like a generic handshake.
Welcome to my country. Feel free to punch in.
We should not.
You don't have a button
We
punch.
should have not. Like, I don't know who put you in charge of that.
Who got me a button push and
Fuck, dude.
screen?
It's a bad idea.
Let's watch a video.
All right.
Why I say this is because when I first got in, it's so weird to watch the delayed feed.
I know.
Okay, so when I first got in, they had commercials playing, and I watched a lot of TV pretty hardcore.
You did?
Yeah, because I was just fascinated.
I didn't think you'd have the time.
Well, there's
to
some
watch TV.
downtime. There's
Really?
downtime, yeah. Especially
okay.
like when we first landed in Delhi, you're just there for a while.
Oh.
So there was downtime. It wasn't
Okay.
all adventure.
All right.
But this is a commercial I saw. I'll explain it and then I'll push play because we've got a sync. We're doing a Jaffe audio rig.
Yeah, we're working on it.
I'm gonna play the video at the same time. But anyway, this was pills. Powder to make you grow.
Houseful
But there's, I don't think there's any like FCC. No one's regulating
FDA?
this. Yeah, FDA.
FCC, nice.
So I don't think there's any FDA in India because they're selling growth powder and they're not saying it's for teenagers.
Does it work? You think?
I'm gonna get some.
Okay, let's watch it. You ready?
Hopefully, it only works in one region specifically. All right.
Okay,
One.
you count it down.
'Kay.
You can't start down at 1.
No, it's 1, 2, go.
3, 2, 1.
Okay, 3, 2, 1, go. No, wait, that wasn't it though.
Oh.
Okay, 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, they're swirling powder into their drink. Before and after shows a really short chick and a really short dude. Oh, we gotta share a laptop. There we go. Just sharing.
All right.
Oh, that's it. Let's show it again
Okay, you ready?
because I wasn't sharing laptop.
You want to restart the audio or no?
Oh yeah. One. Wait, no. 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, you're all viewing the commercial. Short guy, tall guy. Look at that. Growth on.
Growth on.
Ancient
Ancient Ayurvedic formula.
Ayurvedic formula.
Ayurvedic.
Dude, do you want to get taller? Do you want your junk to grow?
Oh, it,
They didn't advertise that specifically.
all of the above. Oh, look at that. I went back perfectly.
Dude, so
They only show him from the shoulders up.
a guy put on fucking like 6 inches.
Oh, easy. Easy.
And that's not a teenager, dude.
And he's wearing the same clothes.
That's how you make a good ad.
But
Well,
it
it
was
says
like,
Pakistan. Oh, no, that's how you order from Pakistan.
oh, wow.
That was interesting about India is they're right next to Pakistan.
yeah, I'm sure
And
that
a lot of our
100%.
travels through the Himalayas were covered in Pakistani armies
I'm sure.
and Indian armies.
So, but going back to this.
Yeah.
I don't even know where to begin.
I don't
the,
either.
the level of like
Part
accuracy and I don't know, the standard level
Oh, we got to go back to wide.
is far less than I would imagine. But they're in English.
Yeah, dude.
The company or whatever the logo in the top right is Houseful Action.
That's a lot of houseful action.
That's a lot of I mean,
There's so many things like that in India. It's like I get where they're going, but it doesn't translate at all.
so what's our version of that? Dick pills.
Yeah, dick pills. That still flies.
Yeah.
'Cause it's like, well, I
Black
guess
rhino.
technically you can swell in that area with the right blood flow. Like, right? That's why
Yeah.
it's getting by.
Yeah.
We should sell growth powder. We should bring that over.
We should.
Growth on.
I bet it's dirt cheap.
Zen growth on. It's Ayurvedic. Can't be
Ayurvedic.
that expensive.
Ayurvedic. Okay, so you're laying in bed in your hotel and you see that, and your initial reaction is like,
Want my real initial reaction?
yeah.
Part of me wanted to believe.
Are you kidding me?
It's like, sure. Growth pattern. I was like, no, come on. And then after that, it was just like, they're cool. India's funny. India's silly.
So wait, okay, did you have your own room?
Yeah. Well,
Okay.
I share with Mo.
Okay, but so did she see the commercial?
Yeah.
What did she think? What was her
Well, I
reaction?
feel like I had my own room. Like
Okay.
that we were together and then not together, so I feel like I might have had my own room for that. But we watched this next music video together
Okay, you want
because
to play
we
that?
went on a TV spree.
Okay, let me get that pulled up real
Okay,
quick.
so in India, they
gotta find
have
which one the music video is.
horribly cheesy music, and I think they just embrace the cheese.
It's not that one.
No, it's like it looks like yeah. If you could hit pause and get to the first.
All right.
So they just embrace the cheese, I think, because this is MTV Beats in India.
MTV Beats?
Yeah, I'm gonna shoot over to the laptop feed.
Okay.
All right, 3, 2, 1, go. This is Zooby Dooby. That's with Mo. And I think people like it. Dude. Oh my god, I want to die. This is like my hell. This is my hell.
You couldn't just not talk.
That is my hell. Zoopy doopy zoopy doopy zoopy doopy.
So, I mean, to be honest, it's everything I think of when I think of Bollywood.
Perfect. I was
Right.
actually shocked at how accurate what I thought was reality.
Yeah, like you see just even
You see-
images of Bollywood and that's it.
Yeah.
But, you know.
Cheese as fuck. I guess decent music. I didn't put any of this up on the drive, but there was rap videos, and it sounded like you would expect rap to sound, just Indian.
Yeah.
But then like the videos also were like maybe us 10 years ago. Like I feel like
Oh,
they're behind
really?
in the rap game. Like there was helicopters, jets, which is still probably kind of normal.
That could have been kind of cool, though.
But we're kind of phasing out of the money, right? And into like real authentic. I don't know.
No.
I don't know. You can just correct it. Is it still all about jets and helicopters?
Not
These
so
guys
much
had
jets and
Ferraris,
helicopters.
Helicopters, jets,
Ferraris for sure.
clubs,
Cars. Yeah, that kind of stuff is
chicks.
still. Yeah.
Chicks is always going
Gr-
to exist.
girls will always be a thing.
Yeah.
Chains, ice is really big right now. Grills, that kind
Really?
of stuff. Yeah,
Okay.
jewelry.
I didn't see a lot of that. It was like money. It was helicopters, jets, Ferraris, Lamborghinis,
Yeah.
chicks, clubs. But what I noticed was like this is so similar to kind of
Yeah. Well, we
Just-
wrote the blueprint, right?
yeah. This is just how this works.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it weird that an art form like invented in Brooklyn or whatever made it all the way to India and is now like, I don't know, it's just
Dude,
that formula is everywhere.
so there's Australian rappers as well.
Yeah, I've seen a few.
There's one I really like right now. I say really like. There's one song I really like. It's called Jimmy Ricard
Yeah,
by Draft
yeah,
or maybe Brothers Grimm.
sure.
Probably Brothers Grimm.
Brothers Grimm, I've
I'm
heard
sure
of.
people want to say like, oh fuck.
Yeah.
Will we get cut for this?
Yes.
'Kay. So we're not gonna
Especially
play
on,
that.
on YouTube.
Okay.
But
Anyway,
it's fine. You heard his accent.
yeah, that was like a 7-second news clip.
Yeah, it's great. But it's just interesting that
It carries over.
yeah carries over.
Yeah.
But that's interesting. So you were in your hotel room, like scrolling through the TV.
Yeah, dude, you can soak. I feel like you can soak up culture so fast. They also were fucking obsessive with cricket.
Oh yeah, cricket is huge.
Yeah, did you watch the explained cricket?
Yeah.
So cricket wasn't all that big until they made it like short,
Mm-hmm.
and then India embraced the shortness, and then I think they won an early like short cricket match,
Right.
like a world, and then that India just got so
And it
fucking stoked.
exploded.
Yeah, and then if you flip on India TV, and I had like 50 stations, so much cricket, and
Yeah.
what was funny is their cricket reminded me of all like what we do with football. It was like Monday night
Yeah.
cricket, not really, but like it was like
Monday night.
mainstream singers singing about cricket, and then showing like
Yeah.
amazing clips, like
And cool like
and then
yeah.
dancers and cheerleaders.
graphic packs and
Same shit. You
Yeah.
know the guys in India are watching Monday Night Football on their fucking like YouTube stream, and they're like,
betting,
oh, this is I'm not gonna go there, but we're gonna do this.
placing bets.
Yeah.
I almost went to a cricket match.
Really?
Yeah, when I was in England, and they're like,
That'd be a cool place to go to one.
yeah, but it was like, you want to go to cricket? It's sort of an all-day thing. It can be like 8 hours long, and you can drink the whole time, but it's 8 hours long of
That
cricket.
sounds fun.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. Or you can go explore.
You drink 16 hours every day anyway.
I know, but a cricket match was like, I don't know. I didn't. Yeah, I don't fully understand it.
I went to an Australian football match,
Oh
which
yeah,
is their own sport,
yeah.
and it was cool.
A
I
lot
didn't
of
fully
kicking.
understand.
A lot of
Yeah, in a
kicking.
big round field,
Mhm.
and then we ate meat pie. Yeah, this was good. But
The the um the explained episode of cricket was interesting because they said games can go like 2 or 3 days.
yeah, it's fucking
You
insane.
just pick up where they left
You
off.
can't make a mainstream sport that goes days. You
No.
just fucking can't.
Imagine watching like two football teams. Like, okay, well, we were on the third. Yeah.
You know they hired some genius marketer who's like, "Hey guys, I have a fucking crazy idea. What if we limited this?" And they're like,
To,
"No, blasphemous. Get the fuck out of this
What if
office."
we just limited it for like 14 hours?
And then Dave in marketing was like, "I think we should listen to this guy, hear this guy out." Because he hired the firm.
You guys, they're dying too often.
That he hired Houseful Sports Anonymous. And
The madmen of cricket.
yep, and they're like, "Let's just try it."
Yeah. I can see
But
that.
what they didn't see coming was India took it over. And in fact, I feel like India has their own league.
Oh, they have.
Remember the
tons of leagues.
Explained? Because Explained was like, no, there was like a general shorter league, and then India spun off into, I don't know if it was India or there was another spin-off where
Yeah.
there was they just tightened it up.
They took it. So it was it in the UK? Did it start in
Britain, I
Yeah.
thought.
It started over there, and then the Indians picked it up and made their own league, and now it's huge. And
Yeah.
I remember watching the Explained episode, and they had like the same, like we were talking about. They had graphics and stuff, like the Monday Night Football, the robot guys that would pass,
Yep.
and they had the same shit just for cricket in India. It's just
I feel like if I lived in another country, I would just fucking bite America style all day long. Because it's coming.
how arrogant is that?
Don't you think we lead,
It's
though?
just like I would just bite American style.
No, really, though. We're always leading these, like, cultural edges of, like, what's cool. And so I feel like
don't know.
if you're sitting in India, if you're sitting in Australia, just this is what's coming.
Yeah.
Super arrogant American
especially if you're in Australia
attitude.
or India.
Yeah.
I don't know if you were in like
I don't think China gives a fuck.
Japan.
I don't think they give a fuck.
Well, England, Paris,
Yeah. They have fucking Korean pop, K-pop.
K-pop.
Yeah. They're good. They don't need
Yeah, but
us.
we're starting to like K-pop.
Yeah.
K-pop's starting to get big
K-pop's
over here.
fucking huge.
But like fashion, that's like European.
Yeah.
Paris.
Paris.
Jesus. Way to fucking
I
max
just-
out the.
I know. I just realized I might have had the fucking levels a little hot.
We have 3 people watching. You just deafened 3 people. Like, what the fuck?
Oh, let's talk about this. This is our first official live. I don't know
Yeah.
if we mentioned it.
We've been live for 28 minutes.
Oh my God, we're so live. How often do you think we'll really record? I want to go at least weekly.
Yeah, weekly's good.
Okay.
I think it's a conversation for not live.
Yeah.
But I would say weekly. I would say expect at least weekly.
Yeah, so what we're going to do, just to give the listeners, all 3 of you, an idea, everything's going to go YouTube live. So if you want the fresh shit, that's where to go. And then our best shit, because we have a shitty committee, they will kind of decide what makes it to podcast, like pure audio, we'll do
Yeah.
art, and we'll do the whole deal.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's cool.
It's the best way to do it.
Yeah.
We
This is,
found.
if you want to see everything that doesn't go by the shitty committee, this is your place.
Yeah. India.
India, let's go. All right, so I'm not. Maybe you should pull up a video that would trigger something. But
Okay.
What you got?
I'm gonna pull up this video of
Yeah.
it's like dusk, and there are people dancing. You have a story for that?
Yeah, that was on the backside of the Himalayas.
Okay. I'm gonna restart it.
Yeah, restart it. We gotta time it. But so imagine what if you think of the Himalayas, think of that. You probably think rocky, windy, cold.
How many? Okay, wait. So how many days were you in India total?
I think like 12,
And what day did you get to the
maybe
Himalayas?
10. We probably spent a few days in. I don't think we started our car trek, because once we got to the town that was at the base of the Himalayas,
Mm-hmm.
we got in cars.
Oh,
I feel like we started that 3 days in or so, and then we spent the next like 6 days in cars or 5 days.
really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, let me sync this video. 'Cause
6 days in cars.
yeah, I mean, it
Dang.
wasn't as bad as it sounds, but like 6 hours a day or 5 hours a day or something. All right. Three, two,
Are you on
one.
the right scene?
What? Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
Oh, not this scene. Three, two, one, go. So this is us in the Himalayas. Isn't that what you'd expect the
Yeah,
Himalayas to look like?
for sure. Did you
We
dance?
stayed in tents. So we were in
That's crazy.
yeah, we stayed in tents on kind of like the backside of the trek of the Himalayas, and it was the tents had no shit. It was like, hey, where are the bathrooms? There's actually bathrooms in your tent. And I'm like, okay, cool, holes and hoses, dope. And then I went in and there was like English or American toilets,
Oh,
plumbed,
sweet.
plumbed with fucking plumbed sinks, just cold water, but like it's pretty dope.
Oh, just cold
I
water.
know.
You're in
I
the
was suffering,
fucking
bro.
Himalayas
I
with
was
a
suffering.
porcelain throne.
Yeah.
So wait, so you
In the tent. Each tent had its own plumbing
you
system.
had the Rolls Royce of
The
tents.
Rolls Royce.
Whoa.
Yeah.
So what was the point of? I mean, it's probably it's fairly obvious, but what was the point of going to the Himalayas? Was it to explore? Was it to find yourself? Was it to? I mean, what? So the Himalayas, was it just a site, or what? What was the part of the Himalayas like? What's the significance?
I got asked this a lot by people really at work, but it's like the point I think was to get you out of your comfort zone and get you into new crazy experiences, and then to go through kind of like yeah, just to go kind of through trying experiences with
Push yourself.
strangers and make the group come together. And so it's more about like the adventure and bringing everyone together, and then making you soul search because you're so far out of your element, like you don't have your normal people, your normal life, your normal work, your normal anything, and your brain just starts doing great things. And also absolutely no cell phone. There's just nothing out there.
Yeah.
So the only thing I had out there was Wi-Fi when we were at a hotel with Wi-Fi, which 6 days we didn't have anything.
Whoa.
So
And I mean, it's yeah, just thinking about the idea of everything that's comforting to you, or everything that you know is just flipped, and you're not there with people that you know. I
yeah,
mean, sort of, but for the for the most part, strangers in a foreign place.
yeah.
It's trying.
Dude,
It's got to take a lot of energy just to be there.
there was a lot of, believe it or not, there was a lot of like kind of risky situations. Like just the driving was
The
risky.
roads, I'm
Yeah,
sure.
and I have a video of that, but like the roads were super risky, and then like the feeling was like if I got like really like if I cut something open or broke something, like I'm fucked.
You're in
Like,
trouble.
like you're in the middle of nowhere, Himalayas, and you're not. It's not gonna go that well. Like you're gonna have to figure it out.
And did anything? Did you make it out okay?
Yeah, all of us did. We were all. I feel like we were pretty cautious. Like,
Really?
yeah, we went to a shelter, in Delhi, and it was for the honestly the mentally kind of insane,
Mm.
elderly people who are like the outcasts, destitute of India.
Mm.
But in India, there's so many people that they just kind of put them out on this, just put them out.
Yeah,
Like
there's
no one
nowhere
takes
else.
care of them. There's nowhere to go,
Mm.
and this shelter picks them up. And we were helping at the shelter, and we were cleaning and helping. I think they had like maybe 100 and something people there. 90% of them were clinically like mentally challenged, whatever that is. But as they were cleaning the beds, there was like some people had shanks, and they were like
Oh shit.
they didn't seem like a mean. They didn't seem mean, but there was like stabbing devices,
Yeah.
which I heard about later.
And you just don't know.
No, and then Philip and I were actually helping. We were bathing the men, which was crazy.
Oh shit.
Yeah, they needed help like getting their clothes off, bathing, getting back in their clothes, and we were doing that, and I was like so super cautious of getting like cut or injured or
Yeah, 'cause
and
where would you go?
yeah, and like what if one of them just was like, "Oh, who's this crazy white foreigner? Like I'm gonna just I don't know,
Yeah.
fuck with him or
It
maybe."
reminds me of that story that Mo told us about when she was in Bali. Um, and the person she was with like gashed his leg open or something.
Oh, that was yeah, her boyfriend.
And they
Jason.
just like stapled it, and then he started feeling sick,
Yeah,
and then he got some weird crazy illness.
he got an infection.
He got
too.
infected, and
It
he
didn't
started
heal for months.
and he was like laying on the couch. He didn't know where he was when he got
Yeah.
back home, and he was just like so messed up.
Oh,
They were in Bali, right?
yeah, and they went to some janky ass like
I
shelter
saw pictures. It was like a
hospital.
shack.
Yeah, and got stitched up.
With
You got to
like a-
trust that the needles are fine going through you.
dude.
That there's no just the you'd have if you have germ issues, you got a problem.
Yeah, and yeah, that's rough. So you were cautious, but you were still like trying to be helpful and
Yeah, we were helpful, but I was very cautious. Like, step, like
yeah,
make sure your steps are good.
interesting.
Watch out for sharp edges. Keep an eye on people.
So was there something like that every day or every few days? There was like a
My most trying time was the shelter, and
was
then
it?
yeah, and it's like the guy hosting the shelter stuff. He's like, no, we need help bathing the men, and then Philip volunteered. He was the leader of the group, and he's like, does anyone else want to go? And I was like, actually, Philip just before that, he was like, I just want you guys to know, last time I was here, I was disappointed in myself that I didn't go full out. Like I didn't do everything I wanted to do, and when I left, I was bummed out.
So
So
he's been to India before
yeah, he had
on
done
this kind of thing.
similar trips, and then when he said that later, he's like, "Does anyone want to help me, bathe the men?" And I was like, "Sure, I'll do it," because it sounds uncomfortable. Like I don't want to be a bunch of naked dudes and
Wow.
washing people, and
Sponge baths.
yeah, and like and they're mental and all these things. It pushed all these weird old buttons. Like my uncle had schizophrenia when I was little, and he was always like drooling and laughing too close and uncomfortable. So it pushed all my buttons, and
Which is what Philip was probably looking for, right? It's
yeah,
like some sort of
and I helped him, and it was like super. It was like I've never experienced humanity like that,
yeah.
like real raw humanity. And that you could frame it any way you wanted. You could frame it like, oh, I'm just helping, or oh, these people are not fully there, or oh, I'm doing something so charitable. I mean, all these ways. But in the end, it was like I helped for like fucking a few hours in some
Yeah.
far off country. Like this is nothing. And they gave us awards at the shelter,
Oh,
and
okay.
all of us, every single one of us, was like, we don't, we shouldn't even have awards. This is stupid.
Feels weird.
Yeah, we're like rich Americans who came out here and helped a little.
Your
And you
award
guys are
is
running the
like
shelter.
not being in a shelter.
Yeah, and it's like these people are working the shelter and giving us an award for showing up for a few hours and feeling good about ourselves. So it's
But
kind of weird.
I mean, it kind of shows how appreciative they are,
Yeah.
or how yeah, I guess appreciative they are of the help. That they're willing. They're like, we need to give these guys awards, or like, we should do something special for them.
I don't think they get a lot of help.
Wow.
Dude, someone died while we were there in the room we were
Oh
in.
fuck.
Yeah, we went in this room and someone's like, "Is he breathing?" And there was a guy in a wheelchair with his neck like folded back, and he was so skinny that his muscle didn't hold his head up, so it looked like his head just folded backwards over,
Like a
and his
newborn.
yeah, and his arms were just like kind of like crippled like this.
Mhm.
And they're like, "Is he breathing? Is he breathing? Pour water in his mouth." People were pouring water in his mouth, and they're like, he was just talking. He was alive just barely, and they're pouring water, and it's like someone's like checked his pulse, and they're like, he's dead. And then the guy director's like, called John, like, whatever, figure this out, and it was on to the next thing because there's like 150 people, or no, it could have been way higher than that. I don't
Holy
remember the number. It
cow.
was a lot, but some
Wow.
some guy just died, and they just on to the next because there's a lot of people to help and feed and bathe and
There's no time to waste.
yeah,
You don't have the time.
and that seemed when that happened, it seemed like this is very common. Like people must die here,
Yeah.
and
They do that here though. I mean, not to that extent because we have like protocol and time.
there probably been like a fucking someone would have sued someone.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, someone would have gotten in trouble for handling it the way they did, but that's just their culture and that's just where they're at,
yeah,
which is fine. But just knowing what I know from like death and because my wife has done a lot of volunteering and stuff,
yeah,
and when someone dies, it's just like look at the time and fill the bed
yeah.
type thing. So
That's
it's
crazy.
sort of the same, but not in the same circumstance.
Yeah.
I think we shield ourselves on purpose, and they don't have a choice, type of thing. But what was the building like?
It was honestly like kind of like it's a big area of land, and then it had multiple buildings, and then in the buildings had beds,
Yeah,
mainly some cooking stuff, some like
was it a lot of white and beige colors and
yeah, it just looked like a rough shanty
okay. That's what
warehousey.
I mean. Honestly, it's what I imagine, but I don't want to say it.
Yeah, no, that's what it was, and
Yeah.
they had to feed a lot of people. And what was interesting is we were serving the food. These people are mental, right? So they
Mhm.
get their names tattooed on their one forearm, and they get the phone number of the shelter on the other.
Holy
So when
shit.
people find them in society, they call the number and say their name, and then they go pick
Wow.
them up. This is very common. But so yeah, this is kind of what it was like. I don't know. So
Like I'm just trying to imagine that happening here.
I know it's weird.
That's so strange.
We were feeding them, and they would come up for seconds or thirds or fourths. And I remember being like, I was just feeling like, oh, I can be generous. There's a lot of food. There's a big pot of food, but there was a lot of people. And the
Mm.
director's like, hey, 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 no thirds, like maybe seconds, but go light. And he's
Mm.
like, if you give them more, some people are gonna get less. Like,
Wow.
yeah. And it was like there was the hardest feeling being like, you're starving, mental, and troubled, and all the above, and I'm going to deny you food you're asking me for, and you're starving, and it's just like, and I'm this like random white American foreigner, and but I'm doing this because I believe that there needs to be enough food to go around, and it's
Mm.
just this weird feeling of telling people no, and
So you're pulled in all directions.
it was weird.
That's tough.
It was. It was
But it
weird.
seems like that's sort of the theme of the trip is like
Yeah. So I think he was. Or I know he was out to challenge everything.
interesting.
Yeah, and what was cool is I was looking for a reset, just with everything going on in life. Like I'm going through a divorce right now, and the divorce is actually going well, but like I was very much caught up in my story and I was hypnotized by my situation.
Yeah.
And going out to India and getting like a fucking bitch slap to the face of
Is that what you would
reality and humanity and changing your habits and routine and
is that what happened?
what matters. Yeah.
You got bitch slapped in the face?
Yeah, big time.
Really?
It was like I remember specifically being like my worst problems are some people's dream come true.
Yeah.
Like, oh, I'm fed, sheltered, happy. I have things I can do. I can travel and eat, and oh yeah, I'm going through divorce. Like
Yeah.
that's probably dream come trues for some of those people.
Wow.
Like I'm starving, dead, no one cares, no family.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, just like from my perspective, like you know how people come back from vacation and they're like not glowing, but they're like maybe relaxed or they don't have the same like they haven't been in the trenches and you can see it on their faces. For
yeah,
you it was almost opposite to be honest.
really.
Like I felt like you came back and you were I don't know, like you've battled or something. Like you faced some shit. And it wasn't like you were on the beach. It didn't look like you were just lounging and having fun and ordering drinks and stuff. It looked like you were, you know, doing something tough.
Yeah, it was tough. In fact, when I got back, it was like I wanted a vacation. Was the real
When you
feeling.
came back?
Yeah, and I got back and I immediately had my kids,
Yeah.
and it was like I went from like, oh my God, this is what my life was, and then I was really joyous on the trip, and I didn't even know I was capable of like joy at the time. I was just like, I'm
Mm.
so kind of down and out. Went, was so joyous, so free, so light. Got back, and the weight hit me, and then also I had the kids, and I was toasted. I needed like at least a couple nights of
Yeah.
just rest, and it was like
Bam,
I
right into
yeah, I
it.
tailspinned when I got back a little bit.
I could feel it. I
Yeah.
saw it because I saw you pretty quick after that. Like I saw you pretty soon after, and it felt like, I don't know, it just felt like there was no relaxation or I don't want to say enjoyment because obviously there was, but like
It was a lot of stress.
it felt like you were very stressed.
It was a lot of stress.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
But
maybe necessary.
yeah, and I learned a lot, and I got a fresh perspective on my life. And after the adjustment period of like I don't know a week,
Mhm.
then everything settled in. Of like I'm like, oh okay, now I'm gonna change my life up, and this is what I care about. This is what I don't. This is what I need to get more of. This is what I need less of. And it's just it like the payoff came a little after I got back.
Do you feel like you knew all along what the changes needed to be or what needed to happen or
Yeah,
it just
probably. You get crazy clarity when you just leave your life.
yeah?
Yeah.
Or you gain some motivation to get it rolling?
Yeah.
Hmm.
Or you get back and you're hyper aware and sensitive to what bugs you.
What does that say about like our norm
I
and
think we get hypnotized.
like what does it say about our standards?
I think we're hypnotized by our lives.
You think so?
Yeah.
I think the need to keep it going is so strong.
Yeah, and you get lost in these cultural norms of like making it and
Yeah. What
life
it is
and
to
work
make it.
and success and like you just get lost in all these American stories.
So what is it? Okay, so I mean you've made it. Let's just say,
Doing pretty good.
you've made it pretty far.
A lot of luck.
Y-
But yeah.
you've, yeah, so you've ticked a lot of boxes. Going to that shelter and volunteering to the people that are down and out and mentally handicapped and unwanted by society, like they're the same as you.
Yeah.
So, when you put those two in perspective and it's like, everything we work for over here while that's going on, it just seems tough. And maybe that's what helps you get perspective.
Yeah. It
Is
did
just
for
helping
sure.
people and
Another thing too that's helped me get more into reality is like India helped me get more into reality of like, oh, this is what it could be. This is what is for some people.
Mhm.
And then I look at my life and it's like, holy shit, like your things are good. But then like also getting off social media, which I've done this year, it's like same thing. It's like holy shit, everything I had like a secret, not a secret. I had like different life on social media of what I thought, what I
Yeah.
reacted to, my conversations with people I don't know,
Totally.
and getting off that got me way more into reality.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
So
did the same.
social media, yeah, you're off, right?
I'm off everything except Twitter.
It starts to be refreshing. I'm on Twitter
I'm
too.
still on Twitter.
I
I
just
can't
did a
give it up.
post today.
I can't give it up.
I'm not active on Twitter, but like today I did a post.
I love Twitter.
I had someone comment like on my book or something. I don't know.
Twitter is just so impersonal. I don't know about for you, but for me it is.
Just fucking fully disconnected.
You're just having these fun, weird conversations, and if they're great, they get screenshotted and sent over to other social media. So
yeah.
I like to just have fun, and Twitter is not the highlight reel, which you like to say about other social media platforms.
Yeah, I don't like that highlight reel feeling.
Twitter is not the
Like
highlight
look at
reel.
everyone's best shit and feel bad about yourself.
Yeah.
Bam. This
I don't
sucks.
I don't have one picture of myself on my Twitter.
Bam. I'm gonna go a little Twitter. I think.
Yeah.
Take a hit of the tweet.
It's just fun.
Gambay.
Gambay.
We can watch this video action.
Okay.
This is all fucking ShaneTrain. We're watching the feed. There's a delay.
Oh God. Look at that.
It
Not
gets
one
better.
flinch, dude.
Nice, huh? All right.
So
Let's
you didn't look up the word Gambay in India? Not Gambay, but
Do they have one?
toast or whatever?
Yeah. Rajmashi. I didn't look that up.
Did you just make that up?
Yeah, can I offend anyone any faster?
But there's no one left to offend.
Okay, cool.
What
What
do
else?
you got?
Oh, I remember. So we can either do the trucks on the Himalayan roads or the fucking Himalayan roads.
The video?
Yeah, which one would you prefer?
I'm just gonna click a random one and I'll keep you on your toes.
So perf.
Uh,
Let's do that one. Okay, go back to first. So when I was saying the roads are dangerous, so we it was a road that's only open 8 weeks of the year. I think it's usually covered in snow and ice and who knows what. But
which
there's
you wouldn't think. Snow and ice. I mean, yeah, I don't know.
I don't know.
Small brain.
It was like a lot of single lane action, no guardrails ever, erosion where you're just driving around eroded parts, and most of the cliffs were like for sure dead. And we were stuck in a we were stuck in this little camp town, and the road had washed over with a river,
Hmm.
and there was an ambulance, and someone's like, yeah, the ambulance has 2 dead monks in it. We're like, what? They're like, yeah, the guys, they were like, they weren't far behind you, or no, weren't far ahead of you, one or the other.
Mm-hmm.
And they're like, yeah, monks, their brakes went out, and they went off the road and fell down. They all died, and they're all in that ambulance, and they're waiting to get back to wherever they were going to be. What the go through the ceremony. Yeah.
So that's the story they tell you.
People die on this road, like, I think, regularly. It's a gnarly, so much of the road was gnarly, it's just like, hope it works out.
There's nothing you can do either. You're not even behind the wheel.
No.
You're
and
just like,
what was cool is our drivers were like, we all had drivers. There was 3 of us, 3 guests, and then a driver in each car, so 4 people. And these drivers were like obsessive. Like they were like, all of their attention was on the road.
Yeah.
2 hands. They didn't conversate, and they just fucking drove. And they were like cutting things by like
Dude.
inches, going around things, going over things. Like
if
it actually felt safe in their hands.
if a group of people died right in front of you or right before you, the occurrence, like how many it happens in a minute must just be insane.
I think a lot of people die on these roads.
Like it's just got to be so crazy.
You ready?
Yeah.
3.
Wait, I'm not ready. Okay, I'm ready.
3, 2, 1,
Dude.
go. Look at the edge of that road.
It's unreal. That's insane.
That's crazy.
I just want to point out that
Those aren't
mean-
even the sketchiest parts, which is weird.
for a section of that video, you had your cell phone pointing down and you could see over the cliff, which means your hand extended out the window was close enough to see out the fucking
that was interesting. Like in the U.S., our clearance tolerant, like how much we feel comfortable in,
Oh, it's so
we
wide.
need feet.
Yeah.
Yeah, like and if our mirrors are even like near each other, it feels like we're gonna crash. There, they know the inches between mirrors, and when they go around each other, they're just like fucking three
Wow.
inches, 4 inches,
That's so
like just
crazy.
right by each other, and like the everything's squeezed. Like they would take a 2-lane road here and get 3 cars through it easy.
Wow.
Yeah, and the way they pass and is trucks would come barreling at you. It's a lot of single lane action, and they just jump over and go around each other, and it's like
You're like
you're
up
just
on the wall.
fucking with death all the time.
That's so crazy.
And then to make it even weirder, you go through towns and there's like kids out, even in. Oh yeah, yeah. Oh, and I'm still on the wide.
Okay.
Even on in Delhi, like there was 2 and 3 year olds out playing by fast traffic, or
Oh,
they lived on a median in near a kind of a freeway area.
jeez.
And these kids are street smart. They're not. Like, they must get hit. But anyways, everyone's just like, it must happen.
Jeez.
But it was just crazy how
It's kind of a shock.
good they are with traffic.
Yeah.
We would ride
Until
these.
they're not.
We'd go on these little rickshaw things called tuk-tuks, and they were like motorcycles with a cab.
Oh, yeah.
It's like 3 people can fit behind the motorcycle driver,
Awesome.
and they would fit between shit they shouldn't fit through, and like somehow they all got around fine. And when we first landed, we were in a taxi cab on the way to the hotel, and we had a guide, and he's like, "In India, we use horns for communication, not for aggression." And it was like that was so true. Like horns were constantly going.
Oh, jeez. So they're talking to each other.
Yeah, and then everyone's
Wow.
just here I am, where am I going? And it was just constant. And there's no rules. You
So
just weave,
So
and no one gets mad.
and it's just like it hits you. Just like
So
you
different.
get off the plane and it's just a total culture shock and it's overwhelming.
Yeah, it's so different.
That's crazy. I just wanted to point out too, going back to that video, we have a hiking trail here. I don't know what the hiking trail itself is called, but it's in Timpanogos. It's Donut Falls.
Yeah.
And there's a little girl that fell in the river and drowned and died. And they paved and put a railing through the whole thing after one,
Damn it.
which is, I mean, whatever. It's a sad story, but
That's how we handle stuff.
that's how we handle is we
Yeah.
paved the whole side of a mountain all the way up and put a guardrail.
Pure safety.
Just like we are not falling in this fucking river again.
God damn it.
It's crazy.
What's funny is it might work and we might die less, but it takes out so much of what makes it great.
It does.
Takes away its juice.
And do you think?
That actually made India great, as it was dangerous and
Yeah,
scary and risky and
but they don't feel. Do you think that that's? Do you think that's an American's point of view?
probably. It seems like everyone on the Himalayan Trail and the workers and the townspeople, that was just life.
Really?
They didn't know another way.
It's
It's
just what it
normal.
is?
Yeah, it's just what it is. It's not riskier than what
Hmm.
they're used to. It's just like fine.
Interesting.
Yeah.
It's just different. It's hard to. Like have it make sense in your brain. It's just totally opposite of what I know, and so it's hard to say. Yeah, that would be fine.
Totally.
But it's cool.
I guess it's cool.
I mean, culture is cool. I guess. Two
Culture's so
two
cool.
white guys sitting in a room thinking culture.
We have
is-
so much culture.
I mean, combined, we've been to like 3 different countries.
Yeah.
4.
Yeah.
Have you been to Canada?
I know people of other cultures.
Yeah.
I'm cultured.
I have a few different cultured friends.
Oh man. It's ridiculous.
We were just talking about those memes about how white people think everything is spicy.
Yeah.
And there was one that showed someone with a sunburn, and they said that when white people go outside, they turn red because the wind is too spicy.
Oh god.
It's so true.
Oh god. White people are embarrassing. What's with white people?
I don't-
We have
What's the
no culture. We have
deal?
nothing to lean on.
Other cultures. I don't know.
What do we lean on? There's nothing. yeah.
Nothing.
Yeah, we just bite other cultures.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's fine.
That's fine.
So do you have any takeaways that you want to give me
From India.
from India? What was I mean, it seems like it was a very personal thing, so that's what it is, but what is one takeaway that you would tell me?
Let me talk while I think. I was surprised at how traffic just got to where they were going,
Mm-hmm.
and everyone's weaving and cutting and bobbing and honking and psychoness, and no one got mad. Everyone's just like, well, he's fucking in a hurry, just let him go. And everyone's just honking and
What if you
shuffling.
just peppered in Americans like every mile?
It'd be a fucking shit show.
Do you get road rage?
No.
I don't either.
I'm really good. I get road rage once a quarter. So white. But no, I get road rage every few months, and my road rage is when I'm late. If I'm
Really?
late, I'm fucking pissed off at everyone.
I get mad at dumb drivers.
Yeah.
Just
Well,
dumb drivers.
if I have time, I can handle dumb. It's like, no,
Yeah.
this guy's dumb.
If you have time, you can.
There's like
That's
there's
such a
dumb
good
people.
quote. If I
There's
have time, I can handle dumb.
there's fucking dumb people everywhere, man.
Yeah, that's true.
And I oftentimes I'm like, I've been that dumb guy. But when I'm late, I'm like, fuck you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's sort of that's everybody is always late and everybody is always fuck you. My
Not me.
place is more important than yours.
I got time, bruh.
That's
I arrive once a day somewhere early and sit
yeah,
there.
you're a premature arriver.
Yeah, I'll arrive and do something to be on time.
That's
That's weird.
fine.
I don't know.
I mean, that's a good
Business.
habit. Yeah, it sounds like you've been late before and been burned or something.
No, like I
don't
feel like
know.
being late is like or being on time is a show of respect.
Mm.
So late people piss me off. Is what I'm trying to say. But
Yeah.
so I am like aggressively on time, and
Unless
if
it's
I'm
for this
late, I
podcast,
tell
then you're
people I'm
like-
like this. Yeah,
Then
unless
you're
it's
like,
for you.
Ooh man, I'm just gonna go ahead and
I'm like I notice myself saying ish to you a lot.
ish. Yeah.
Ish, Maestri ish.
Yeah.
4.
And then it's like, damn it, Mason.
The ishes are dangerous.
By the way, you want to talk about chaotic? Look at my text message amount since we've started.
33.
30.
How many are related to you?
Oh, I'm sure.
24 of them,
Yeah.
and then 6 are best friends.
No, it's how many of them are related to wanting things.
And Dad,
I need this. I want this. This is broken.
Dad. Oh man.
So how do you feel now that you're back from India? And we'll wrap up.
No, good. India was like it was a great refresher. It had the same amount of culture shock as China. Just like boom, a totally different way of living, viewing, thinking, sanitation, you name it.
What if you went? Well, yeah, they're two totally different trips, so it's hard to say. But what if you went to China on the same sort of? Would you feel the same way?
With what?
If you went to China for the same reason, I mean, you went to China for business.
Yeah.
That's the truth of it. Is
And I expected something totally different.
Yeah.
I expected like a communist craziness, police state watching over you. China doesn't give a fuck about you. There's a billion
There's
Chinese
too many,
people.
right?
Yeah, it's like, hey, smoke whatever you want, do whatever you want. There's no cops anywhere. No one gives a fuck.
Yeah.
If you die, we have plenty more. That was the feeling.
Whoa.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, and then but India, yeah, similar but different flavor,
Mm.
but like same amount of culture shock. Like if you go to Australia, lighter culture shock. It'll be different, but like it's similar.
It's close enough.
Yeah, it's closer. If you go to UK, closer.
Close enough. Canada, close enough.
Close enough. Mexico.
I would even say Mexico.
No, Mexico's the places I go are so Americanized.
Yeah, the places I go.
I only go to the fucking nutty place.
If it's
No,
not
but-
gated, I don't go.
No, tourist American though. It's
Ugh.
fucking. It's just like it's like Mexico's best shot at America.
It's the worst.
Yeah, but if you want true shock, go to China or India. So far, that's what I can tell you.
Do you think there's like a?
I'm gonna bet Africa as well, but I've never been there.
Well, it depends. South Africa, where like
Pretty
Elon
standard.
Musk,
Yeah,
pretty close.
yeah.
I don't know.
No.
Yeah, Americans are weird.
We are fucking so weird. We do. I look at us sometimes and I go, we do some things so well, like we're great. And
Yeah.
I look at us sometimes, like, we do some things so shitty.
I think we do a lot of things pretty shitty, but I think we do a lot of things really great.
Yeah.
So
If we are a person, like these type of people exist. They have great things going for them, and then some really weird bad habits.
yeah.
We gotta watch. You got a thought?
No, I'm good.
Let me zoom into you and give us the.
I don't have
Okay,
a thought.
I'm staying wide shot.
I'm glad you went to India.
All right.
I know. I mean, I know you before India, and I know you after India, and
It's a little different.
I'm glad you went.
Good. You've noticed something?
Yeah, I don't. I mean, I don't think. I wouldn't say you were floundering, but you were looking for. You were dying.
Oh yeah, I was
Before.
lost in my life.
You were doing. You were clawing. You were trying to claw your way out of something. I don't know what it was, and it doesn't matter. But something was not right.
That feels totally accurate.
And after there was a direction. There was something. It might not have all been positive, but there was some direction. And now something is different. I don't know. Maybe it's just trimming down what. You're right. It was just perspective. It gave you perspective.
I made a lot of changes after India,
Yeah.
but when I first got back, I crashed so hard.
Yeah.
So I came back and it's just like this life no longer works like I thought it would.
It was funny because we were talking before you went. I think I saw you the day before you went, and you said, "I'm telling people I get back the 9th, but I actually get back the 8th." And I was like, "One day, I don't know if that's gonna be enough."
No, it wasn't.
Because you were like, "Oh, I'm just saying to people it's the 9th, whatever," and it was like,
I got back and like fucking shit just started going wrong and this life no longer worked like I planned and it was so weird like I stupid stuff. I broke the the side view on my truck backing out of my garage.
just such a
That pissed me
luxury.
off. And then I got pissed off at my phone, threw it, broke the phone. And then I kicked in my door.
So do you have a new phone right now?
No, it's just look how cracked that fuck is.
Oh.
Oh, you can't tell.
Oh, okay.
But I just went through
Just
this
shit.
rage fest.
Yeah.
Then I started clearing shit out. I'm like,
Yeah.
let's change stuff that's not working. And keep the thought. You want to know what I learned? Oh, fuck. You brought me to my only fucking takeaway. My best takeaway. Best takeaway from India. This is hands down. This could apply to anyone, especially in the U.S. listening.
Okay.
In India, I had a tribe of like 12 people. And we were cut off from society, no phones, with each other going through trials. And we got so close, and there was so much friendship and like trust and just there was like love going on. Just like this is beautiful, and we were enjoying things with each other. And we didn't have it wasn't like a luxurious vacation. We were just enjoying simplicities of life.
I mean, you had toilets, but
Yeah, but it was like
Yeah.
it wasn't a luxurious thing. But I remember specifically being like, I have a tribe, and I'm social, and I can lean on people constantly. There's always 3 people around me or someone I can turn to.
oh, okay.
And I remember getting back and being like, you have to have a tribe. I
Gotta have a tribe.
really believe we're designed to be tribal, and our society puts us in these big homes on these big lots around no one. We go to work, we come back, and we get on Netflix and we get on social media. This is all lacking tribal feel.
Yeah.
You need to be around like 10 people that you like every day. Maybe
I
not 10, but like a handful every day.
I would agree with that. I mean, a lot of the issues we see nowadays, not just with mental health, but just behavior in general, is, I mean, you can point it toward not having a tribe. You can attribute it to not having a tribe.
Call it community, call it whatever you want.
Yeah. And
We're isolated.
one of the cool things too is a tribe doesn't necessarily mean family or your blood family. I mean, you can have a tribe of just like-minded people.
Oh,
or
that was all
friends
those
or,
were.
Yeah.
There's
So
a tribe of unrelated people.
it doesn't have to be
It's-
people you were born to. It can be just a group of friends or whatever. But you've got to have something.
I would feel safe calling out anyone listening in the U.S. being like, if you don't know you have a tribe, you don't have a tribe, but
Yeah.
get one and it'll make you so much happier.
Yeah.
Like
I
have,
would agree with that.
have like a Seinfeld tribe around you. Like
Yeah.
have this handful of people that are always around.
Yeah. I mean, that's why we make so many shows with like 4 people as a group, right?
Yeah.
4 friends or like Seinfeld, 4 friends or whatever.
It's crazy.
But I like, just for me, it's a little bit different. But like, I've recently acquired a tribe, so
Oh, you
I
have.
kind of understand and I agree.
'Kay.
I feel way more fulfilled. If I die right now, then I will feel so much better than if it never happened. That is the truth.
I wonder if that's a gift from your mama.
I don't know, but it's true, and you know, nothing will ever change it, and I think it's important.
Tribe, man.
Yeah.
When I got back, there was a severe lack of tribe. Have you noticed me reaching out?
Yeah.
Hey, I'm starting this,
Yeah.
Come over for Monday Night Football, come over.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get that tribal feeling because me and Monique, my sister, we were both like, we need a tribe. We need
Yeah.
people around us. Having close people that you see all the time is so valuable. Even like a closeness with your neighbors where it's like, come over,
Yeah.
stop by,
I
say
wonder-
hi.
I wonder if social media makes you feel like you have a tribe.
It's such a fake fucking tribe.
It's so artificial.
Social media is the most fake tribe you've ever had in your life.
Yeah. For
It's
sure.
like, as long as you're on your phone, there's people around, but they're not really around. They're
Yeah.
just living
They're
their
not
life,
around.
and it's fake. Getting off social media is like, made me realize how fake that tribe is.
Mhm.
It's like this giant fucking jack-off tribe,
Yeah.
and it's not real.
Me too.
And if you feel good, it's not going to last, and if you feel sad, it's because you're comparing to their highlight reel. It's just fucked.
Yeah. Me too, for sure, with Instagram. No one looks the way they do on Instagram in real life.
No.
Nobody.
No.
And it's not, you know, it is what it is.
Instagram's got to be one of the most depressing social models.
Yeah. I mean, they've shown that it makes you a sadder person if you spend more time on it. So
Just look at everyone's fucking highlight reels in pictures. You're
yeah,
gonna feel shitty.
it's just a bad place to go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna hang on to Twitter, and Twitter's not on my phone.
Yeah.
You wanna know what's funny? When I got off social media, you wanna know what I got on?
Mm.
Amazon, eBay.
Ooh.
Yeah, and so once I realized that, I'm like, oh, so there's an attention problem
Yeah.
where when you're bored, you go to something,
Right.
and then that started to thin out where I'm like, no more Amazon, no more eBay, just fucking
So
try.
what do you do now? You realize how useless your phone is.
It does my thermostat, it does some
Your
messaging,
smart home.
it does some basic shit.
Yeah, I like that.
Do-
The only reason why I'm hanging on to Twitter is because, well, it's like I was saying earlier,
I'm gonna
it's
hang on.
really impersonal. But like, think about how many scandals have broken on Twitter, or like, it's a good place to go for news. It's a good place to go for unbiased opinions. It's just a good place.
Totally.
It's not like your friends that you went to high school with. It's like Vice and CNN and Fox and
Yeah.
or other. You know what I mean? It's just a good place to go for information.
I think Twitter is like my. No, I don't even know. It's just like
It
this
doesn't matter.
light.
That's the thing. It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah, there's no expectations.
None.
There's
There's
not even,
no
like,
pressure.
There's not a lot of communication going on.
No.
It's just like psh, psh, blast it out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree, man. Let's watch. There's one more video.
Oh yeah, let's watch it.
In India, they had trucks that hauled shit. I don't know what specifically,
Okay, let me start this over.
but all these trucks had so much fucking flavor.
Wow.
So they all had like custom designs, custom banners, paint jobs, sayings. Their bumpers had sayings. I don't know if I filmed it in this video.
Super custom.
Everything's custom, and
Yeah.
every truck is this. It's a version of this. Like, so as much as they're the same, when you actually get to know every truck, it's like, oh my god, this truck is like a fucking party mobile, and it's
Wow.
like custom for you.
Yeah.
So let's play. I'm gonna shoot to the laptop shot. 3, 2, 1, go. So this is a video I took of the truck. I don't know if I got the front. Nope, I went to the inside. That's Philip. He's the leader of the group. Look at the inside, dude. These are like
Wow.
party disco buses.
Oh yeah. Look at all the tassels and
So much design and flavor and color. Explosions of color.
it's so like ornate and
Oh,
and
dude.
so intricate.
Dude, it's every single one is its own masterpiece.
They had like they
So
they probably missed it, but on the top they had like wood cut out on the top, and it
Yeah.
looked like some crazy design.
how does a company like that make it? Because like I feel like in the U.S. it'd be like, no, you can't produce those cheap. Those are like that's gonna take forever.
I don't know. Well, maybe their focus is different than mass produce. And
I bet it is.
yeah,
We're all about mass produce.
I don't know.
And like we streamline. Like, oh, it's one business. They're all the same. Oh, it's one area. They're all the same.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have one more shot before our live's up.
All right.
You doing one or you good?
Yeah, I'll do one more. We've been live for an hour and 8 minutes,
Whoa.
but we're gonna have to get some new internet in this bitch.
I'm gonna gambe our viewers. So how many people? 3?
A solid 3.
So I'm gambeing all
You
3
know
of
what,
them.
dude? That is 2 more than I thought we would have.
Hey, fireball, ignite the night.
We've had more viewers watching this live video than some of our YouTube video views.
For sure. We have no. We were on our YouTube today. We're looking through the views. Some had no views.
Yeah.
That's
But the thing is like they're podcast episodes, so maybe their method is downloading them. So
yeah. No, we have like millions.
we get a lot of
on
downloads.
audio. Yeah, millions,
honestly.
bro. All right, I'm gambeing to the fucking our 3 viewers.
Yeah, let's gambe to them.
Zooming in.
Thanks, Shane's mom.
Gambe.
Do you have 3 relatives?
Gambe. Yeah, I do. My grandma, my mom, and probably one of my sisters. Gambe. I have to go. I have to go to Joseph A. Banks
Oh yeah.
after this.
To get some wedding attire.
Yeah, my sister Kara, she's getting married in Wisconsin.
Congrats. I thought it was in
Lacrosse,
Jamaica. I
Wisconsin.
thought she was getting married in Jamaica.
Nah,
I'm happy for you.
but they're doing a 20s, like roaring 20s Gatsby wedding.
Mm-hmm.
And I need a top hat. And I went to Kohl's, and they have a very limited selection of top hats.
Joe's Bank is dope though.
Fedoras. Joseph A. Bank, I called them. They're like, "Do you guys have top hats?" He's like, "Yeah." I'm like, "What do they look like?" He's like, "Kind of like old fedoras." I was
They
like,
just They look like hats that are on top.
That's exactly what he said. And I was like, cool,
Are
I'll
you
be
going
here.
right up the street?
He's like, what a fucking dork. Yeah, it's the one close.
Dope. I want pictures.
So I know where Men's Warehouse is. Where's Joseph A. Banks?
You know where the Macaroni Grill is on the corner?
Yeah.
It's just east in that same parking
Okay,
lot.
by fucking, what's that country brand?
Yeah.
Carhartt.
Carhartt.
Yeah.
Carhartt's kind of trendy now, though. So.
Are there any videos we missed?
No, but there are photos. I don't know if you want to touch on any photos, but there are some photos. But no, we hit the videos.
Okay. We hit the videos. Oh, let's go photos.
Okay.
That'll be a great wrap up.
I'll just use the Photos app. Cool.
Cool. So we went when we got.
We got that right?
Oh yeah, let me hop on the laptop. So when we got into, this is so sad I don't remember the city names. I just don't pay that much attention.
It's just a giant place.
The other side of the Himalayas, we got into a city and tons and tons of Buddhist temples, and I got kind of reignited on Buddhism. Buddhism is great. It's like it.
Some great principles.
Yeah, it takes real basic shit, makes it good. It's super accepting. You can be a Buddhist anything. We talked to Buddhists like, well, are there Buddhists this and that? He's like, Buddhist isn't a religion, it's a philosophy. So you can be a Buddhist Christian, a Buddhist this, a Buddhist
Right.
that. So Buddhism is really cool. Buddhism. We went to a lot of temples and shrines, and this is a picture. You can see it now, but this is a picture of a Buddhist temple.
It looks like they have a local guy
Yeah.
on here.
There's even like sects.
Oh, okay. SECT?
Yeah,
Sects?
of Buddhism, like yellowheads or redheads, and
Depending on the region?
and
or
they
what?
have leaders. Yeah,
Mm,
regions and belief or philosophy, something I don't know, but
interesting.
it's very very cool.
So this is like a shrine that people visit?
Yeah,
Cool.
yeah. There's a shrine.
Is it weird that I always think about what it smells like? Like, if
you're
I see a-
colorblind.
if
You
I
have a
see
lot of
a-
options.
If I see a photo, I'm trying to imagine. I imagine that smelling like old damp wood and incense. It's pretty close.
Yeah,
Really?
yeah.
Okay.
But no, honestly, for a colorblind person, where are you gonna turn to?
Yeah, I got nothing else.
Yeah.
I'm basically blind,
Yeah.
depending on who you ask. I don't know how I drive. I'm not allowed to fly planes.
If the lights are sideways, you're fucked.
Oh, I'm fucked.
Yeah.
If it's some new orientation, I am in trouble. Should we go to the next one?
Yeah.
All right.
That's me
That's a
and
cool
Rob,
picture.
homie of mine. This is. I'm so glad this picture came up. So this is La Chungla, altitude 16,600 feet,
You forgot the first word.
bro.
Bro.
So, bro means the like.
The like?
No, it means like the Bureau of
Oh.
Regional Organization. It's something stupid,
So it's
right?
what are those called?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
An
one of those
acronym.
an acronym.
Acronym.
What's so great is all their signs over the Himalayas started with bro. It's like, bro, drive safe.
Bro la chungla.
Bro, pay attention. They even had motivational signs. It was like, bro. What was it?
Bro, hang in there.
No, it was. No, I guarantee you we saw a bro hang in there sign. So this is bro, la chungla.
Wow.
Yeah. I actually kind of looked kind of like I fit in up there. Because I had
'Cause you're
tattoos,
tattooed?
dark, and I
So
had
tattoos were a thing?
no, just dark skin in general.
Okay.
Let's leave that
The
one alone.
bracelet.
Yeah. Bracelet. I had I'm not wearing this, but I had a big scarf and I just rocked it hard, like tribal style. And
What did they think of the over ear? OE.
I had so many sales.
Really?
Yeah, they're like, can we buy your
Dope.
hair?"
I will also want to point out that the altitude is 16,616 feet,
Ooh, we're on wide shot. Let's go laptop.
which is crazy.
It's high,
Basically
right?
almost 17,000 feet.
And that wasn't the highest. We crossed the second highest on Earth, drivable.
Wow.
Yeah,
That's
but
insane.
lots of high places.
Do you
And
know
I
what-
noticed like I did a slight jog at one of these passes. and
Struggled?
I was yeah.
You struggled?
I was breathed.
What's this in the background?
They had a lot of prayer flags.
Prayer flags. Okay.
Yeah, prayer flags everywhere, dude.
I'm surprised. Also, I want to touch on this. You didn't have a Patagonia.
No Patagonia.
I'm honestly kind of
Now
disappointed.
I'm white, but like I'm not fucking
Did
see-through.
Mom have Patagonia?
Probably.
Okay, so this
That's
was
our
your camp?
Yeah. That was the camp where we showed the video,
Interesting.
but it's so Himalayas.
Yeah.
And we played.
It's
we
kind of intimidating.
We played frisbee and we ate. You're never gonna guess what we ate. Chicken
Rice,
and naan.
chicken, and
Yeah.
honestly, sounds delicious.
Drank some whiskey and enjoyed ourselves.
Whiskey, what kind?
Philip brought some 12-year amazingly expensive whiskey,
Dope.
and he poured it out, and he's like, I'm like, can I get a Coke? And he's like, it would be so
You're
offensive.
the worst,
No, he's like, it would be
dude.
so offensive if you mix this with Coke.
Yeah, you're the worst.
And I literally looked at him, poured it in the Coke, and then fucking drank it.
You're that guy.
He didn't talk to me the rest of
S-
the night.
So you've got this 12-year-old like fucking
Finest,
primo
best.
whiskey that's
Pour it in.
warm. It's just a little in the bottom of the cup, and you're like, do you have an aspartame diet Pepsi, please?
Aspartame free. Yeah.
That's so great.
We have a thing going. We just push each other's buttons.
So wait, these tents are kind of big, but I see blocks. Were there like individual tents in there?
Yeah, like two of the
like
blocks
a
were the
roof
room,
held?
and then the third was like the bathroom. It
Oh,
was like
so the
it was like
bathroom
a
was blocked off.
it was like a blocked
You had a
off
condo.
zip-in bathroom. Oh, you can't get better tents.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
All right, on to the next.
Yeah,
Wait, so before we go on the mountains, would you compare them?
mountains.
Gray mountains.
It for a bit when we were climbing up the Himalayas, it felt very like Rocky Mountains,
Mm-hmm.
trees and majestic. But then quickly it turned into just the most barren,
Alien.
fucking like I kept saying I was like, this would be the perfect advertisement for a gravel company because there was just
Wow.
gravel everywhere.
Huh.
Nothing grew.
Interesting.
It was crazy. Himalayas are super gnarly.
Okay,
okay.
so we go from the mountains to the city.
This is a city.
Oh,
Oh, important update.
I should pick.
Never do that.
Restart now.
This was some. God damn! I wish I would have remembered the cities. Anyways, this is an awesome city.
Are those the Himalayas then?
Yeah, backside of the Himalayas. When we got done with our adventure, we went up on this rooftop. One of the most amazing sunsets I've ever seen. Up, this picture doesn't show it, but there was like a giant temple with prayer flags. You could see the whole city. I mean, everything's rustic and like not built out. But then we got pizza, ice cold beer, and ice cold fucking Coke.
How was the pizza?
It was great.
Really?
Yeah, and everything cost like nothing. Like you'd go so hard and spend like $20 US.
Honestly, this could be a city in like New Orleans or something.
Yeah, just
It
a little
doesn't-
unfinished.
It doesn't look like what I think of. Maybe it's the people factor. Maybe it's just not packed. But
Yeah, one thing about India is like, especially in Delhi, it was so fucking packed that people were driving scooters on trails they made, and you couldn't fit one more human or one more vehicle in an area, and
That's what I
everyone's
think
just
of.
traveling.
that's what I think of.
Yeah, it was psycho.
I think of like
This wasn't like that.
a baby driving a scooter and like 8 adults in the back and like
This felt like
that
To-
looks like a cool place.
totally remote. And
Yeah.
like it felt like a park city of India.
So you ate pizza, cold beer, and Coke, and
It was beautiful. One of the best nights.
okay.
So they didn't have liquor.
Oh, you didn't have liquor?
No. I mean, they did, but not in anywhere near the Himalayas. I really feel like, in general, they didn't want liquor or beer around the Himalayas,
That
but
makes
then
sense.
outside of the Himalayas was just beer.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
All right.
This was great. It was just, this is, some people know this, some people don't. The swastika used to be a sign of peace.
Yeah. Well,
And
it still
it's
is.
a Buddhist sign of peace. Yeah, it still is. But
Yeah.
like all Americans know it as. I say Americans, but we know it's a swastika. So when I saw it, I was like, oh my God, Buddha has a swastika on his chest.
Yeah.
And the guy's explaining, he's like, no, this is a sign of peace. This is how it used to be. And then they took it and fucking warped it.
Yeah, he took it.
Nazi fuckers. So
Not only was he a racist, but he was unoriginal.
yeah. Let me hop to laptop. I don't know if we're on laptop shop, but yeah, Buddhists with swastikas.
Yeah, I
Like
mean it's
super
a little
aggressive
it's
Buddhists.
sort of alarming.
Like they're pretty accepting, but not of everyone.
Does it mean you have to be gold and have big earlobes?
Yeah, and they're not big on Jews. So
Yeah.
if you weren't offended before,
Not
it's
big
the
on Jews.
anti-Jew sect of Buddhism.
That's so funny, dude. That's so good.
It's probably the sect you would join.
Oh yeah.
I know how you feel.
Wait,
Yeah.
me and Walt Disney. That's interesting. I mean, it's got to be sort of alarming when you first see it, though. Even though you know that that's,
Your initial reaction is, why
You're
is a
like,
swastika on the Buddha?
I'm not supposed to like that.
Yeah. But I love it.
They banned it in Germany, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really? Even
Yeah.
the backwards one?
Yeah, for sure.
Because this is the backwards one.
Oh, I don't know about the backwards one. I don't have
This is the peace one.
my international affairs isn't up to date with the swastika.
Study, motherfucker.
So you didn't? Well, yeah, doesn't
Yeah.
matter.
No, I'm gonna get swastika
That's
tattoo
cool, though.
on my chest. That's what you're gonna ask.
Was it on temples and stuff? I mean, did you see it on walls?
No, it was kind of like, I don't know if it was ever a big thing, but it felt like a side thing.
I imagine it being on like, yeah, exactly. That's exactly what I imagine it'd be like.
If it was a big thing, it's now a side thing
Yeah.
because it's tainted. Goddamn Nazis tainted that.
Well,
Nazis.
interesting. Those are some
Yeah.
good photos. I'm sure you
Is
have a
there
ton
nothing
more.
else?
No, that's it.
Oh, cool.
That's all we got.
We're on the wide shot. I gotta pay attention to our shots.
I know. We'll figure it out. I don't think we did too
I think we did pretty
terribly.
good. I'm still questioning if the audio made it out.
Yeah, I'm questioning the video, but I mean, there's always going to be a level of suck
The
when you and
video
I are
looks
involved.
good. Accurate. I am worried we're recording a little hot
Are we?
to get into YouTube,
Mm,
so we will see if the recording has any quality.
yeah.
Fucking hour 20, man.
Really good.
How many texts you got, bruh?
37.
Oh my fucking god.
I don't even want to look.
I have.
2 voicemails.
I don't even have a big no alarm wake up.
Every kid in my house has a cell phone though, so
Okay. I have
that's like
a text. You want to know what's funny?
that's like 9 texts each.
I got to give some insight into clocking out.
Mhm.
So I got off social media, and then I turned off all alerts on my phone, and I piped all my calls through to Google Voice. You
Mhm.
cannot call me. So it's all good.
Yeah.
No one calls, no bothering. And it actually took it took so much stress away of like people, I'm not a firefighter, don't call me.
Yeah.
Like if it's emergency, fucking,
Figure it out.
yeah. So took away that, made that better. I answer shit on my time. It feels so good. It's so funny. There's like a handful of people who fucking hate this.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they're just like,
I work well with it, to
Yeah.
be honest.
no, it probably like you have to adjust. It probably sucks a little.
Not to me.
Okay,
I
you're
mean,
fine.
I'm busy.
Yeah, and you don't expect much from me.
No, well, you and I have an understanding of like, I'm busy. I know you're on this path, and we get it.
I'm on the disconnection path.
Yes.
Yeah.
And you know that I'm busy with whatever. So if I take like an hour to respond, like the first time when I got back with the kids, you were like, "Oh, I can tell you're a dad," because I didn't respond for like 2 hours.
I literally hold nothing in the conversation world is ever personal. If
Exactly.
they can't talk, if they can't message, it's
Yeah.
because they got something going.
That's why texting was invented.
So I have a handful of people
Yeah.
that fucking want me to be a firefighter that they casually rip on the system. They're like, so why can't you be called? That's stupid. Like, how are you gonna get a hold of anyone? How are you gonna communicate?
I envy you.
It's a good place to be.
I
But
get so much anxiety from those little red bubbles.
yeah, and I've honestly come to the feeling like even the people that have the issue, I'm like, I don't really need them around that much. Isn't that funny?
Yeah.
And then people like, you want to know another thing funny? People seem to value the time with me more because they know it's like it's real and
Yeah.
I'm fully there. No
Yeah.
one ever
I
thinks
do.
I'm on my phone. I'm with
Yeah.
you.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not on my. There's no way I'm on my phone.
Because you're really not, right? I mean, there's nothing
I'm
to do
literally not on my
unless
phone.
you need the calculator.
Yeah. So I'm more authentic, more real, more in real time. People value their time with me more, and when I'm with you, I'm present. Like I'm there.
Why would we leave that?
I don't know. We did, and now it feels like I'm against the grain, but it's a great thing.
You're
If you go there, it's awesome.
like,
It's
as
worth
an
it.
outsider, you're the weird one.
For sure,
You are the weird one.
dude. I'm the one who like if you text me and expected a response, you would read into it and be like, he doesn't like me.
Yeah.
He doesn't care about what I say.
I mean, I just know you suck, so it doesn't bother me. But
See,
like,
we have expectations.
yeah, if you just made a new connection to somebody and
I
that
tell
happened,
people. I tell people now.
yeah.
I'm like, hey, so you know my line's forwarded. I have no alerts.
Mm.
So if it takes 6, 8, 12 a day, you wait. And then when I'm with you, I'm with you, bro.
that is like
Another thing I've noticed is like
so freeing.
people are this. Pay attention to this in your life, but in general, you will find people aren't always with you. So like we'll be
Right.
hanging out, talking to each other,
Mm.
and if there's a phone or a computer around, people are halfway with you.
Yeah.
They're halfway.
Totally.
They're in this conversation. They're in your conversation. They're like fucking around.
Yeah.
They kind of care about you, kind of don't.
Mm.
They have their social media life.
Yeah.
It's a better place, man. And
Why
I think
would we trade that in?
the people it offends are the people you need to leave.
Oh, if it offends somebody, then that's a red flag.
For me too.
I'm really stuck on why we would trade that in, to be honest with you. Like, it just hit me. Why would we trade that in? Why would we trade this in for, like, I don't know. Yeah. It just.
We are authentically with each other right now.
Yeah. I don't
Yeah.
know.
I don't either, man.
Technology, maybe it's just such a slow rate that we don't notice.
You know what's gonna happen? There's gonna be a. You know how the pendulum swings, politics or whatever you want to name. The pendulum is swinging towards like over connection, over messaging, over stimulation, you name it. Pendulum's gonna swing backwards, and everyone's
Yeah.
gonna be like anti, off it,
I was going to
no
mention.
more.
the hipster thing to do right now is to get a like a flip phone.
Yeah,
It's really
it's coming.
like
Look,
super underground, but it's happening.
you see how floating is taking off. I believe floating is like a reply to overconnection. It's like
Yeah.
disconnection.
Isn't it weird that this industry was created, or the floating industry was created out of like that? Just so much overstimulus.
Overstimulus. And now we
Just
want
like,
no stimulus to
yeah,
balance the overstimulus.
it's gonna rubber band, right? Like
Yeah, it
exactly
does.
what you're saying.
Human
We're gonna
nature.
go back.
Human nature, just rubber bands.
But there is like a growing movement of like, I want to have a garden. I want to grow my own this. I want to just have a flip phone. I want to just do this. I can see. I can see us going back. Part of me
I
wants to
think
go
we
back,
will.
but like, how can we? We're so ingrained.
How ingrained are your kids?
Oh,
You
dude,
inherited 4 kids, bro.
dude, like technology, they're better than me, and I'm only 28, almost 29. But like the 12-year-old is as good as me. The 16-year-old is better than me.
Yeah.
He's quicker like hand-eye on video games than I am. It's just like it's night and day.
Whoa.
Yeah, they're so much better, and like I always bring it up to you, but your kids are one day they're gonna have to show you how to work something, and it's gonna be just like such a shock,
Oh, dude, that's gonna be hard. Right now, I have a 3-year-old, Grayson,
dude.
and I've got him. I'm not gonna get him into normal video games. I've got him onto Nintendo Classic, the
Yeah,
original, and he can play it.
so
And he's a
cool.
3-year-old, and he plays like Excite Bike and like Bubble Bobble and these stupid games. And I don't feel like those games are actually damaging because you don't get lost in a different world. You're
No,
just playing like a board game on your TV. Like
and
they're
they're
retarded.
difficult. I mean, they teach you.
They teach you like severe
Yes,
consequences.
for sure.
You die, it's over.
You die, no
You
progress.
can't buy
You start at
more
square
life.
one.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you're fucked. It's over.
no more coins at the eShop.
I'm letting him go hard on Nintendo Classic, Super Nintendo, but when it comes to like
That's
Xbox
really
and all
cool.
that shit, I'll keep him off that shit.
That's cool, especially because that's gonna be his like, what he holds up high. You know what I mean? Those
Yeah.
those games are gonna be, and they're the classics.
I'm gonna force him to play outside too.
Yeah,
Listen, little fucker.
I don't even have to force the kids to play outside for me.
They do
Dude, when they get home, it's on their bikes.
good.
Yeah, right
That's
away.
such a good thing.
But it's like I mentioned, they all have their own cell phones. So.
Yeah, but they're on their bikes.
Oh yeah, right when they get home.
Keep them on their bikes, man.
For sure. But I mean, we can't escape technology.
No, you have
They're
to.
always texting
You have to
me,
embrace a piece of it.
sort of.
I feel like if you went full anti, you'd create rebels.
If I went full anti, it would be Armageddon.
Yeah, you'd create rebels.
Yeah.
But if you embrace a little, and then push the stuff you like, I
Yeah.
think you'll pull it off.
It's like you don't want to be the firefighter, but that's like sort of my role now. It's like I am the firefighter.
If I had 4 kids between what 8 and 16,
Yeah.
I would be available a little more.
Dude, I got told on the way out, 'cause I take the kids to school at 7:30. I got told on the way out in the driveway backing out that there were school pictures. They needed like $320 for fees.
Jesus.
'Cause driver's ed is like $199.
Yeah.
So they need a bunch of fees, and they had a job interview at 4 o'clock
Jesus.
that day, like backing out of the driveway
In your micro van?
in my micro van. And I'm like, what? Excuse me?
Context, we ripped on Mason hard. Like, if you get a minivan, dude, you're fucking over. So we got a micro van.
It's dope.
It
dude.
doesn't look like a minivan.
I'm gonna lower
It
it.
looks like a fucking deep wagon.
I'm gonna powder coat the wheels. I'm gonna put a rack on it.
CB radio?
Yeah.
Dude, you gotta get a CB radio for that shit.
Pigpen, this is rubber ducky.
To talk to other fucking micro vans. You don't have a choice, bro.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Anyway, but if I tried to connect, it would just create more havoc. I couldn't do it. So I envy you.
It's been a good thing.
You're gonna get to a point though where you can't.
I've tried to get rid of I was on the path to like I will remove my phone. I will.
Mm.
And then I was like, you know what? This thing's fucking really handy because like I'll use it for getting indoors, accessing sites, banking,
Yeah.
thermostat, stupid shit. Super handy for a lot of stuff. So now I'm just like, if it doesn't alert me or notify me or fuck my day up at all, it's good. And it bothers some people. And those people, I actually am like, yeah, whatever.
You'll either figure it out or you
The
won't.
people who I care about, like the people who I feel really close to, they
Yeah.
don't even care.
But when your kid has a cell phone, because it's required or whatever, I don't know, when your kids have cell phones, you're going to need to be
I'm gonna make weird rules.
really.
Yeah, I'm gonna make weird rules like you can use your phone all you want as long as it's plugged into a charger. And they're gonna be like, fuck. They're gonna be like sitting by the charging station.
Holy shit,
Yeah, so
dude.
you can sit on the bar stool all you want. And
You
fucking,
know they're gonna do everything in their power to just disobey.
they'll hate me. And then when they're like 24, they'll be like,
That's a
"We
good
love
rule,
you."
though.
Yeah,
That's
if
a
it's
good
plugged
rule.
in, you're good, man. Good luck with
Smart.
that. See,
Smart.
I get to start from they don't know different.
Yeah.
You have to start from they've already
I
had
know.
different.
Like my sister's a junior in high school. I can't take her cell phone away.
I have to give context. I got it.
Oh, okay, go ahead.
You're cool with your general life story?
Oh yeah, I'll say it.
Okay, so Mason's only parent, his mom, you didn't meet your dad?
No, I've never met my dad.
Never met your dad. Your only parent died
Yeah.
last year,
Yeah.
and you inherited 4 kids,
Yeah.
which are your brothers and sisters.
16, 15, 10, and 9.
Okay, you inherited all 4 of them this year.
Yeah.
And you're raising 4 kids with your wife,
Yep.
Alex,
Yep.
and you're a full. You went from like 0 to 100, Dad.
I went from negative to like 1,000.
Yeah, you went from brunch and fucking
Oh, dude.
hipster to like fucking full dad.
You know what though? Like it was so empty, my life.
This
I mean,
is awesome.
it wasn't, but it was.
Everyone listening, pay attention right now. So a millennial with all the freedom in the world is saying,
Yeah, I mean, how many brunches can you go to? It's the same thing. It doesn't mean anything, and it's not helping anything.
gets old.
Yeah, I mean, I have all the time in the world to do whatever I want, but I wasn't doing anything, so it doesn't, it didn't matter. And now I'm doing something, whatever it is, I'm doing something,
It matters.
and I'm helping something.
You're changing lives.
Yeah,
every day.
so that, I mean, like I said earlier, if I was gone tomorrow, everything I've done up until this point I'm fine,
Dude, that's so awesome.
totally fine.
You need to be proud of that, man.
Yeah, and I'm happier.
How?
Everybody thought I would be a mess.
Yeah.
But I'm not. I'm like way happier. I saw them once a year.
Yeah.
Now I see them every day.
Yeah.
So
You handle like a champ. Also, your wife Alex, you guys are like. Sometimes I've said this to Mason, like, you know how I'm lucky with Walker, which is the
Mhm.
family business, like
Yeah.
just pure luck. You're like, let's just go there.
hey man.
You're lucky with Alex.
Hey man.
No, but like, you guys have a really cool thing.
Yeah. I lucked out.
Okay, so you have a great relationship naturally, and then you guys are handling this like champs.
Yeah. I think it's just growing up together.
Yeah.
I knew her when I was 14. Well, I knew her before that, but we started dating when we were 14. So yeah. But I never could have picked someone that would have been okay with being a cool millennial with all the time in the world to
Dude.
this.
Dude,
Like I couldn't have. You can't plan for that.
no, what an adjustment.
It's just we lucked out,
Yeah.
and so
Your life
yeah.
has deeper meaning,
Oh yeah, yeah,
probably more joy.
it's great.
I'm going to go less sleep.
Oh,
I'm going to
Yeah.
go less money.
I'm up at 6 a.m. whether I have work or it's a Saturday, Sunday, or
So less sleep,
if SpongeBob is playing on the TV, then I'm up.
less sleep, less money is accurate.
Yeah.
'Kay.
Oh fuck, money, dude. What?
Just light
It's-
on fire.
It's sort of a double. Well, yeah, less money, but it's fun though. Like it's fun spending money, like taking them to the trampoline park.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's fun spending, money on them to do stuff. So it's not like a waste. What is a waste is buying every video game that comes out because you don't have any bills and you don't, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I have a library of games. It's like
collecting Yeezys.
it's like plus $300 or 300 games. I don't, I'd rather do something fun with the kids.
money's bringing you more happiness
Yeah,
or joy
for
or
sure.
fulfillment or something.
Yeah. But
Dude,
less sleep. What
I
the
hope
fuck?
all the listeners heard a millennial say, I had it all the freedom, all the brunch, all the fucking.
Oh, I had it. You
life-
know, I had it.
you
dude.
had it hard. Your
I
life
had-
was whatever.
Oh yeah.
And now
Now it's yeah.
you don't have as many options. However, you're more
No.
fulfilled.
Yeah.
It's fucking awesome.
It's great.
Yeah, I'm proud of you, man.
Yeah.
You and Alex handled it like a champ.
Well, there's no other option.
Yeah, you didn't have a lot of options.
No, I had no options.
Well, good on
no
you.
options. But sometimes we're forced into doing things that,
I've been surprised at how many times life forces me into something, and I see it as like potentially negative, potentially bad, and then at the end of it, I'm like, that was a really good thing.
yeah.
Shit that seems bad, it turns out being really good.
Well, even if it's bad all the way through, if you learn something from it, or if you take something away, then it's not bad.
Simple story. The chandelier burnt out. We came up here with ice and drinks.
Yeah. These.
Yeah. And we were like, we
were
We
destroyed.
already ran the marathon,
Yeah, we were.
and the fucking chandelier was burnt, and we couldn't go live. Sounds stupid. Sounds like white girl problems, but chandelier burnt out. We were toast, and then we had to fucking buy another chandelier and rehang and not dim. And then We were hanging the set yesterday, Saeed,
Mhm.
and we got it all hung. You can look at it now, and everything looks fucking great.
Yeah.
So a thing that was the shittiest, the worst, wouldn't make sense. We'd never choose this.
Yep.
Turned out being dope.
This is what we wanted.
Yeah.
But the thing to mention too is when when it was right when you got back from India, and so
The
you were
chandelier.
haggard in the
I was
you know
already
you were
beat.
just yeah you were beat, and then it was just like one more thing, and it it delayed the podcast, and it just was not great in the moment, but we learned from it.
I'm doing a halfie. You want a halfie?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
So I
Sorry.
could not have seen that as a good thing, and now I'm sitting here recording, going, "That was a good thing."
Yeah, I mean we're sitting in the studio that we want.
We were worried about dressing in the set, thanks to Bridger. Fuck you, Bridger. I love Bridger. But he's directing actually the float documentary. But anyway, he was
Yeah.
like, "You're gonna have to dress in the set, make it look decent."
I mean,
We hung the lights, and honestly,
the prison theme is not
back to
bad.
white. No, the prison theme's good, but like the lights, we don't have to dress the set, bro.
Yeah. I mean,
A
yeah.
little,
I want to put some flavor in, but
yeah.
I
But
think
like
it could work.
we're already running.
Yeah.
It's gonna probably shoot with the delay.
I don't know what kind of delay we got going, but
It's
it
like
seems
fucking
big.
20 seconds,
It
bro.
seems like a big delay.
20 seconds.
Yeah. We're going to have to up our internet speed.
Should we go on Bay and call it?
Yeah, let's go on Bay.
Alright.
ShaneTrain.com/shop.
Hold on.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
What's your takeaway?
Oh, man.
Because we are talking about me in India, but really, you've had a crazy takeaway with kids.
Yeah, I mean, my takeaway is just something in the moment that seems tough. There's always a lesson to learn, and sometimes it can be a positive.
Do you think the universe is looking out for you?
That's a hard question to answer. I don't know if I want to get into that one, but
I was
I yeah.
I was talking to my counselor last week, and I was like, I'm just so grounded. Everything's so good, and he's like, what's different? Like, what changed in your life? It's the same life. I can tell. Like from the outside looking at it, it's the same life. I was like, you know what? The shift was that I had to I had to go through pain, I had to go through trouble, I had to go through India, I had to go through all these things to change me. And then the realization I had was I feel good because my life feels like it was designed for me. So it's like acceptance of this is what is, this is what I've learned, this is where I'm
Mm.
at, and this was pretty well designed for me. But when you're going through hell, you're like, this is retarded.
What is this?
Yeah, thank you, life, for
Yeah.
fucking bitch slapping me. This is awful.
So in that shitty moment, do you have the I don't know what it's called, foresight or whatever, the long term to say to yourself like this is a lesson?
You want to what?
Because I don't really.
So going
To be
into
honest.
this, I kind of knew like, no, things must head towards a good area. They must make sense. There must be a reason.
Mhm.
But here, sitting here now in this moment, if I come across some more hardship, I'm gonna have more faith that the universe is just doing this for me instead of to me.
Oh, okay.
So like,
Interesting.
your mom died,
Yeah.
to you, not really for you.
Yeah.
But look what happened.
Right.
And of course, you wouldn't choose this, right? But things are good.
Yeah.
But so like when I come into some more hardship, I'm gonna be like, you know, what if the universe was looking out for me right this moment? What if this was part of the universe plan, or what if this was for me?
Okay.
So that's, I guess, my main takeaway.
You're better at this than I am.
I don't know. I'm still
That
learning.
was smart. That was good. I think without India you wouldn't have said what you just said. But yeah.
India was big,
Yeah.
surprisingly. India set a lot of shit in motion for Mo too.
Yeah.
Yeah. So my sister, she's figuring out her way in life and career and you name it, she's figuring out.
Yeah.
And when she got back from India, everyone's like, "Well, did you get what you wanted? Do you feel better? Do you?"
How do you even begin to answer that, by the way?
Exactly. But then she was
like-
she I feel like she actually started saying it, but I feel like she began to embrace India just set things in motion. It
Mm.
started changing things. And it
Yeah.
seems to have.
I also think that India shook up and crumbled the foundation. Like there's a level of comfortability that happens when you're just day to day. You get up at 6, you go to Zen for an hour, you go to Walker for 6
Hypnotization.
hours and you go home.
Yeah.
Like it shakes everything up and you're forced to reevaluate.
Yeah.
And so, you realize that, you don't have everything and you have too much of this and you don't, so I think it forces you to gain some perspective.
Did you get any perspective after England?
No.
No.
To be honest, England was just like a drunken celebration of life.
It was
It
your
wasn't-
first like open drunken.
Yeah.
Like I'm gonna be drunk every day.
Yeah, I'm gonna be drunk at 7:30 a.m.
Fucking awesome. Hey, you coming to Monday Night Football? Next?
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm committed. I chose a
I
team.
think I got half a dozen people.
Yeah, if you got room.
Wait, did you go Bears or you go Browns?
I'm going Browns.
Oh,
I know you want me to
Jesus.
go Bears, but I'm going Browns.
Oh, Jesus.
Listen, you, your brother, Mo are all
Steelers.
Pittsburgh fans.
I
I
told
gotta
Mo.
go against the grain.
You know what I told Mo?
Uh,
I was like, so Steelers is in my blood. It's like family team. It's Sean's team. I'm not really a fan. Like,
yeah.
I like the Steelers. I do like the Steelers. But anyway, I was like, now is the time to settle into the Steelers because they suck.
Oh God. They
So
don't suck
if you
though.
if you hop on the bandwagon, you're a bandwagon. So
Yeah.
like, let's join them.
Oh,
Boys.
I'm the coolest because I'm on the shittiest
You're
team in
never
the
gonna be
league.
a bandwagon. You'll
Dude.
always be a chosen loser. Anyway,
I'm fine with that.
one day when the Browns are great.
As long as I don't go with you, then I'm fine.
Perfect. You're our rival.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna settle into my Steelers roots.
Cool.
Bought my boy a Steelers jersey.
Oh, you
and we'll see where
did?
this goes. Yeah.
Do you know Sean told me how he became a Steelers fan?
Oh God. I
It-
hope it's good.
It's not like crazy, but he was in his dad's office and they own a steel company.
Yeah.
And he saw the logo of that was on the helmets because it's like the Steel Union
Yeah,
logo.
yeah, it's the Steel City.
So he always thought that his dad was just a massive fan because it was on his dad's business cards and all this stuff. And he's like, my dad loves the Steelers. When really it was just like the Union's logo.
My family inherited Steelers because of a stupid miscommunication of like misinterpretation.
Yeah,
Sweet.
that's awesome.
Yeah.
That's a great story.
Fucking.
But fuck Sean and fuck his Steelers.
Yeah, fuck Sean, fuck Steelers. But also fuck Rapeless
That's where I go. I
But
go right to Ross.
Just retire. I'm your fan. I'm going to wear your jersey and hat before you're gone, Rapeless But get out of there. Let the new blood in and let's do this.
Oh man,
Let me
stay.
Let me be proud of you.
Just stay and get old. And,
Who's the Browns quarterback?
oh, they got the #1 draft.
Who
pick,
is he?
dude. Baker Mayfield.
Ooh,
Oklahoma.
You know more than I do.
And they got a guy from Buffalo Bills. His name is Tyrod Taylor.
Which we don't know why they're the Buffalo Bills.
We don't know why Buffalo Bill is there.
What the fuck is a Buffalo Bill?
It was a guy. He was a Buffalo herder.
And they're just the Bills.
The Bills.
Like they pluralized it.
Like
the
the
Shane
Shanes.
Stotts. Okay. Sweet.
Salt Lake
Fucking
City
great.
Shanes.
ShaneTrains.
SLC Shanes.
I feel like this is our sign.
Yeah. But
Who's going to hit stop first? Go ahead.
just to clarify, I'm against you. And
Yeah, no,
Sean.
that's very
I'm
clear.
against the Stotts.
That's very clear.
Okay.
Yeah. But you like Stotteroni.
No.
Okay.
Did I cut out?
Let's do a Stotteroni episode. Let's say something.
No, Stotteroni will never happen. I'd
Alright,
rather
we'll do
die.
Stotteroni episode. I think I'm going to hit stop and then you hit stop.
Yeah, but did you do a takeaway? I did
My
mine.
takeaway was tribal.
And the universe.
Tribal, and is the universe maybe working for you, even though it feels like the universe hates you?
Leave a comment. Let us know.
Yeah.
All right.
Hope you enjoyed the live.
Yeah, sorry if it wasn't the greatest. It was our first one.
It was great, man.
I think we did a good job.
I'm gonna hit stop first.
All right.
Will
See you
hit
guys.
stop second?